What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert. Oh yeah, guys. So last episode, we started setting up a way to make more power, and since then, I have increased the amount of biogenerators that we have here. These same machines are really loud when they're going, aren't they? So we have 3 biogenerators going over there now, and I've added in a few things. So below our garden cloche here, in front of that, we have this item duct. Below the item duct, we have another drawer. That drawer is full of fertilizer. So you can see that we have 37 stacks of fertilizer. We are extracting, always active. And then we put a filter here for fertilizer, so only fertilizer can go into the front of the garden cloche. So that's always staying full off of this drawer. Then I put another filter here for pumpkins. So since we're extracting pumpkins out, only pumpkins can go into the crusher. I did add in 8 out of 8 energy upgrades, 4 out of 8 speed upgrades, and then 4 out of 4 muffling upgrades, which in hindsight, I don't think the muffling upgrades really matter for that particular machine, especially since our biogenerators over there are super, super loud. But yeah, I did add in 2 additional of the generators, so we have a lot more RF power available. I also started cooking up a little bit more steel through here. It looks like that's done. We needed some steel because we were pretty much out of steel. And we also needed steel, well, I guess steel blend for making the muffling upgrades. I did add in muffling upgrades to the enrichment chamber and our metallurgic infuser over here as well. Only 3 out of 4 just to quiet them down a bit, but not make them completely silent. I like knowing when some machines are running. Okay, so that's stuff that I've done off camera. I also did kind of block off our path down to the mine down below. If we need to get down there, we can open this up. That's not a big deal. And I replaced this cobblestone stair with a quartz stair. And then same thing on this side, I replaced that with a quartz stair, kind of like walled that in a little bit so it wasn't 4 wide anymore. And then added in some quartz walls down here. So it looks a little bit nicer coming down, but I didn't do anything super fancy down here. Yep. Just added that in so it looks nicer from up above anyway. But yeah, today what I'd like to do, I think under the immersive engineering section, we had light engineering block that was blocking us from getting to the heavy engineering block, which we've already done. So I would like to at least get this one knocked out and then complete both of these quests, since I'm pretty sure this one's done by now. So the light engineering block, let's take a look at that. Light engineering block does require us to have aluminum scaffolding, bronze plates, and enriched alloys. The aluminum scaffolding is made the same way as the steel scaffolding is. In fact, it's kind of got the same recipe too. Maybe what we should do, instead of doing this, we should put together the metal press. Yeah, that might be a good idea. So metal press, I believe, is steel scaffolding times 2. I believe it is a heavy machine block, which we already have. Heavy engineering block. We are going to need a piston. Okay. And then I think it's a redstone. Do we have one of those redstone engineering block? We do, actually. And then also on top of all of that, we need 2 conveyors. I don't know if we can make these. Let's take a look real quick. Actually, let me make sure we haven't made those already. No, we have not. Okay. So the conveyors are made with some plastic or rubber, iron, and redstone, or you can use leather, apparently. Can we do this one? Let's just do that one. That one's cheaper. Okay, I think we are all set. So now back over here at our immersive engineering machine section, we can hook this up because we are going to be getting some good use out of this particular machine. Pretty sure the redstone engineering block goes on the bottom, I think. Steel scaffolding, then we would have a piston here. We have the conveyor belts. One there, one there. They have to be pointing the same direction. I think it's the heavy on top. I think that's how that goes. Now, in order for us to do anything, we do need to get the engineer's hammer. Let's see. Why is my ring not working anymore? That was weird. That just stopped working all of a sudden. So we need the engineer's hammer in order for us to A, turn the piston, and then B, actually complete the multi-block structure here. So this piston needs to be facing down, and I think you just right-click the piston. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we have ourselves a metal press here. We do need to provide it power, And then this thing will allow us to start crafting some of these items that we need. So metal press mold, we need this guy. I don't think we have this yet, but that will allow us to craft all of these other things, which will allow us to do things with the metal press. Okay, so let's go do that. We need to get that set up so we can actually stamp out stuff. And then we need to get flux ducts in order to give it power, right? I'm not sure if that's going to be enough flux ducts, but we can check it out here in a moment. So the metal press molds, this one. So that requires a steel plate. No, we can do that pretty easily. I forget. Can you do that and that to make steel, or is it 2? It might be 2. Well, I was going to do it the faster way, but let's just do it the more efficient way, and we'll just put it through our metal former over here and turn it into a plate. It only takes a few seconds anyway, not a big deal. Okay, so now we have that. We should be able to look at making some metal press molds. So we'll place that guy right in here, and there's that. All right, so in order to make the metal press mold rod, we need to get ourselves 5 more steel plates. If we want to do a plate, we need 5 there as well. Is that the same recipe? Metal press molds. These are all the same recipe. That's actually kind of weird. Huh, I wonder, can you choose which one you want? I guess you can. Anyway, so we are probably going to want the wire one and the rod one. So let's grab 10 steel. Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab 15. I feel like we're probably going to want the plate one at some point as well. I feel like we will. I don't know if we do need that or not. But yeah, let's go ahead and roll out 15 steel ingots. I believe we already have the wire cutters somewhere, right? That's a cutter. Maybe we don't have those. Well, I'll make sure we have the wire cutters, and then we will look at making the molds. Okay, so now that we have the metal, or I guess the steel plates and the engineer's wire cutter, we can throw these guys in here and then put this in there. Yeah, so now we can choose all the different molds that we want. So we're gonna want the metal press mold. I'm clicking this and nothing's happening. Do I have to just have one in there? Okay, I guess we can't have multiple recipes like that. So there's one metal press mold. We are most likely going to want the wire one. I feel like we're going to want the gear one too. You know what? Let's do the gear one. Because I think the plate one we can already take care of with IC2. So if we need that later, we can just spend 5 more steel. It's not a huge issue. Let's do the gear one. Okay, so we have the gears. We do need a place to put those. My kitty's really trying to get my attention right now. He's climbing up on my knees and stuff. Let's grab a chest. All right, so now we can place all of these things over here, and then we can swap them out when we need them. So I'll just put a chest. How about right here? That's where the output's gonna go. We'll throw these guys in here, and then we'll put the metal, all right, the, what is this one? The rod mold right there. Perfect. All right, so now we just need to give this thing some power, and I was gonna run cabling up and out into this, but I guess we can just pull it right from here. So let's just make it simpler and do that. All right, so now we have all the power. We have everything set up except for the materials. So we needed to make aluminum rods. So we need, well, how much aluminum are we gonna need? Well, we only have 2 ingots. How much is it for the rod? Let's take a look real quick. So, 1 aluminum equals 2 rods, and I think we need a total of 3 rods, right? And we have blocks of aluminum. Well, let's just go ahead and use what we have right now. I think that'll be just fine. Just do the 2 ingots worth in here. So I'll just click. Oh, wow, that goes really fast. Wow. I have never used the immersive engineering machines where they go that fast. Huh. Okay, well, that must be custom for this mod pack. That's very nice that they actually go at a really speedy speed. Okay, so we will take out some of the aluminum from a block, and we'll do that, and there's our aluminum scaffolding. Okay, so now that we have that done, light engineering block, we have everything except for the bronze plate. All right, well, if we had the bronze, actually, you know what? I feel like I want to do that. Let's go make the plate mold. If the rods go that fast, I feel like the plates are going to go that fast, and they'll just save us a lot of time overall, right? So let's do it that way. Let's bronze, grab 4 of those. Okay, I will make the plates. I'll make the plate mold. We'll check out how fast we can make them through the metal press, and we'll be right back, guys. Okay, well, making that plate just completed another quest for metal press molds. I guess it wanted us to craft all of those. Oh yeah, those are the ones that we had to craft anyway. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Let's claim a loot chest for that and we'll pop it. Insanium essence, that's pretty awesome. So Insanium should turn into the Superium, or Supremium, I should say. I don't think we're doing anything with mystical agriculture just yet, so we'll hold on to that for now. So now that we have the metal press mold for the plates, I am kind of curious to see if this all goes at the same speed. Oh boy, it does. That's awesome. That's really, really awesome. I like how fast that goes. So this machine absolutely is worth making. Forget IC2 metal press. Like, yeah, we can make the metal press really fast eventually when we get a lot of power. But for right now, this just blows it out of the water. There is no comparison. So yeah, that is really, really awesome. Okay, glad I decided to do that with the plates. So now we have light engineering block, which should complete that quest. And then we have the heavy engineering block, which should be already completed, I believe. Yes, okay, so that's awesome. So go back to immersive engineering. We can claim middle loot chest, and then we'll claim bottom loot chest. All right, let's pop these. We get ourselves a smart output from Tinker.io. The smart output is really good. I like this one a lot. So that replaces both a casting table and a casting basin if you get the casting basin upgrade. What makes the smart output really good, if you haven't seen these before, is that there is no hardening time. Pretty much it fills up the internal tank. You put your cast here, and as soon as there's enough material, it just outputs it immediately. You don't have to wait for it to cool down. So this will be a huge speed bonus for us. Now, it can only hold 1 item in the inventory by default. There are upgrades for it. I/O. Yeah, so you can do slot upgrade 4, which will allow it to hold up to 5 items in its internal inventory. You can make it redstone controlled, and then you can also put the casting basin upgrade in there so it can do blocks at a time. But yeah, this is a really good reward. I like that. Okay, so we'll probably want to swap that out with like a ingot cast or something. I don't think we're going to be doing any more hammerheads anytime soon. Okay, so yeah, that's really, really good. I like it. So our other loot chest, we'll pop that and another villager market. That's like our 3rd one now, I think. All right, well, we can put all of this stuff away. We're not using this anymore. Okay, very good. So now that we have those done, the next one is for the generator block and then the radiator block. That's trying to like move us in the direction of doing the diesel generator. I'm not sure if we're gonna be doing that at all, but let's take a look at this generator block. This guy requires a kinetic dynamo, some steel ingots, and then some electrum. I don't think we've done any electrum yet. Looks like we have some electrum nuggets. I know electrum is just silver and gold, but I don't know if we can easily craft that. Pulverized silver, pulverized gold, electrum blend. I think that's gonna make that pretty simple, right? So let's do some gold. How about 4? And then silver, do 4 of those. We'll just pulverize those down. We could probably also just do it right in our, right in the smeltery there if we wanted to. But I think this is probably going to be faster overall. We don't have to wait for them to melt down and then alloy and then pour them out. Yeah, we just make this stuff directly and then we can just smelt it. I think that's probably the fastest way of doing it. Okay, so now that we have the electrum for the generator block, well, we're gonna have it, I should say. We do need the kinetic dynamo, which will allow us to check out making the copper wires on our metal press, which is gonna speed things up a whole heck of a lot. Okay, so we have 8 more electrum. We can just throw that into our furnace over here. And, well, I shift clicked it in there. Okay, the game just kind of lagged a little bit. So we need copper. Well, we have copper wires already. Do we have any of the LV things? We don't. All right, so we have the copper wires for this ready to go. So we're not gonna check it out right now. Oh, did I not make the coil? I guess I didn't make the coil. So there's a copper coil. There's the kinetic dynamo. There is this guy. We get 2 generator blocks. Okay. Well, that's... Wait, what was that thing that just showed up there? Quest complete. Generator block. Awesome. All right, so if we look at the quest here, it says this block is used for some of the multi-block machines. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this block is used for at least the diesel generator and maybe another generator. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if we're going to be doing that. At least not yet. Maybe we will at some point. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Let's go claim the reward. There. Yeah, right now we're not really hurting on power. We have 3 of our bio generators set up. So, I mean, if we were hurting on power and we didn't have that already, we might look at doing it. But that requires a whole lot of infrastructure too, since you'd have to get a plant farm coming up and make the biodiesel and all of that kind of stuff. The fluid version, I think. Anyway, so we get 4 sponges. That's kind of a interesting reward. I'm not sure how useful it is, but it's definitely interesting. Okay, so moving on in the immersive engineering section, we have windmill and we have a radiator block. So the radiator block is not that expensive. A bucket of water, copper, and steel. Okay, well, I mean, there's pretty much a free loot chest. So copper, let's grab some of this. And then we need a water bucket, which we can easily make. Do we have infinite water around here somewhere? You know what's behind the garden cloche. All right, we'll just do it this way. That's simple enough to do. And there we go. Awesome. I guess I'll take my bucket back. All right, radiator block quest complete. And top loot chest, claim it, pop it, and we get speed upgrades from nuclear craft. Okay, well, nuclear craft is not a thing we're going to be doing for a little bit of time now, but those will come in handy later on when we actually get into that mod, which I'm sure we will have to at some point. All right. So immersive engineering, we have the projector left. This is from Immersive Petroleum. This is really a great item. I feel like this should be an item that's included in immersive engineering itself. Let's read the text. It says the projector can display how multi-block structures are supposed to be built. Craft the projector with the engineer's manual, turn to the page of the machine you want to build to set it. So yeah, this puts in-world, like, ghost blocks so you can see where you need to place all your different blocks for whatever multi-block machine you are setting up. It is a really, really great item. So the projector, or yeah, there's a whole bunch of them in here. So that does require lanterns. So that is glass, pane, iron plates. I don't know if we have any additional iron plates. We don't. All right, let's go craft some over here, since we know this machine is like super fast with doing that. We have the plate mold on there, and then we'll just do that. I'll hold shift so my magnet doesn't pull those items back to me. Oh, that is so fast. I really like that. That's great. All right. So the lantern, we can do that. We get 3 of them, and then we can do this, and we get our projector. Super easy. Quest complete projector. All right, so let's do the middle loot chest. We'll claim it, pop it, and we get ourselves a soul bead. I'm not sure what these are used for. Soul powder, and what is that used for? It looks like it has no use, so I'm not sure what those are actually used for. So I'll just put that away for now. We will just pretend like we're not gonna do anything with it for now, I guess. Pretend like it doesn't exist. So windmill is early game power. Windmill. That requires us to have 8 windmill blades, which is treated wood and treated sticks. Well, we got plenty of treated wood. I'm actually not sure how many treated sticks we need. How about half a stack? Then we need 8 of these. Okay, so a little too many treated sticks, that's fine. So we have the windmill blade, and then we have the windmill itself. I think that also has to go on a kinetic dynamo to do anything. Let's get ourselves another kinetic dynamo. So again, that requires a copper block with the copper wires. So I am, of course, curious to see, let's do 8 of those, to see the speed, which I'm sure is going to be the same speed since everything we've tried so far has been really fast. But I am just curious to see it go that speed for the first time with the copper wires. Oh yeah, that is awesome. Okay, so that gives us 16 of those, so a little bit extra, so we won't have to worry about that next time we have to make another kinetic dynamo or copper coil block or whatever. All right, so there's 2 of those, another copper coil block, another one of those. So the windmill I think is pretty big, and then we're also going to need to get ourselves flux ducts, unless we're not actually going to hook this thing up. But I kind of feel like since we had to make it, we might as well. So we have a power connection right here. So there's a battery. I don't have the hammer on me, so I'll worry about that here in a little bit. But yeah, we can just bring this guy up. I'm not sure how much space this thing needs. Let's try putting, we'll try putting it right here and see if this thing will actually connect. Oh yeah, seems like it does. Now does it start spinning or do we have to do something special? No, that's spinning right away. All right, well that's just a little bit more power that we are generating for the base here. So we do need this battery to accept power. So I need to click that with the engineer's hammer, which I don't think I have on me at the moment, no. So I need to do that. I might even make another LV battery for the windmill itself to go into. We'll see. So engineer's hammer. Yeah, let's just get this thing going here. So it's actually doing something. So if I click that once, I can't see what it's saying here. Okay, so we're on blue. That's where we want to be. So there we go. Now we're connected to the system that's outputting the power. It's going into our battery. So our water mill is also going to that battery, and that's going into our main power into the base. Now, the only thing is, I don't know how to get it so that is the main power, and then it goes to this one when it needs more. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way for us to do it like that. Yeah, maybe eventually, but for right now, we have it connected. Alright guys, well I was trying to figure out a way to quiet down these biogenerators, and there's really not a good way to do it. These machines themselves don't accept any upgrades, so you can't put muffling upgrades in them. So I went and I saw that there is a super sound muffler available in this mod pack that you can create. And this is like normally a really good item. You can target specific sounds and just completely mute them, right? The recipe for that is very inexpensive too. It's a note block surrounded by wool to get you the super sound muffler. And then you can craft that with 3 string to, I guess, make a necklace out of or whatever. But yeah, you turn it into a bauble, right? So you can take that bauble and then you can put it in any of the bauble slots, doesn't matter which ones, says bauble any on them. What's really cool about this, you can right click, you can say either blacklist or whitelist specific sounds, and then you can add certain sounds. If you heard a sound recently, like a wither explosion, wither boss explosion or whatever, you can click recent, and this will show you all the different sounds that have happened recently to you. Ember Root Spirit Ambient. I'm not sure what that is. But anyway, if we don't want to hear that sound anymore, we just select it, click add, and that sound no longer exists, right? Well, that's really cool, except the problem is, I was trying to do that with the mechanism ones, and it doesn't show up as any of the mechanism sounds here. So there's the crusher, machine crusher, which we've already muted, like that doesn't matter, right? So the muffling is already there, so that sound doesn't exist. But no matter what I did, I couldn't get the biogenerators to stop making sound, or at least as loud as they were. So I ended up going to mod options for mechanism, go into the mechanism, not the generators, the regular mechanism one under client settings, and I turned the sound volume from 0.07, I think is where it was in this mod pack, to 0.05. to turn them way down so they're more tolerable now without having to yell over them all the time. Unfortunately, the super sound muffler didn't work for us, but another thing I was trying to do is figure out why this generator like doesn't have internal power and this generator doesn't either. This one also was completely empty. You can see it's using biofuel. It's also producing a lot of power. I was trying to figure out where all of that power is going. So the only thing we're running right now is our garden cloche and this particular crusher. Nothing else that requires power is running right now. That doesn't take power. This is all turned off. I even tried disconnecting the power cable here so the blast furnace and our metal press wasn't connected. But yeah, there's like nothing else that we have right now that's running that uses power, unless this still is for some reason. Anyway, so I decided to make this network tool to see how much power our applied logistics system is working with. And it's only using like 30 RF per tick, so hardly anything at all. So I can't figure out where all that extra power is going. It might just be this thermionic fabricator. If we get rid of that, does that stop this? No, those are still generating a lot of power. Yeah, I have no idea where that power is going. It's got to be going to the cloche. That's like literally the only thing right now that's using power. But I didn't think the garden cloche used that much, so I'm not sure. I guess we could find out by literally disconnecting this and see how the power is doing. Yeah, that's still drained down. It might also be filling up the flux duct that we have around full of power. Because each one of those flux ducts has an internal power supply, but yeah, I'm not sure. I've been trying to figure it out. I'm not sure where all that power is going, so yeah, that's something we're gonna have to figure out. Otherwise, we're just gonna be wasting resources here. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.